Welcome to Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab, your space for health, healing, and insight. I'm Dr. Chip Bleem, and this is episode 42. If you find these videos to be helpful, hit the subscribe button and join us for more free thoughts every week. We share simple ideas that help you move better, feel better, and live with more freedom. Thanks for being a part of our community. This week's quote of the week comes from Stoic philosopher Epictetus. He said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things he does not have, but rejoices for those which he has." Listen, it's so easy for us to focus on what's missing, the things we want, the things we wish were different, but the Stoics have always reminded us that happiness doesn't come from getting more. It comes from noticing more. When we pause long enough to appreciate what's already in front of us, our health, our relationships, even the simple fact that we get another day, we begin to shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. So this week, take a moment each day and think of 3 things that you're thankful for. Write them down. Science shows that that's more beneficial. I don't want you to think about something huge, just something real. Because the more you practice gratitude, the less you'll need to chase happiness, and the more you'll simply live in it. Okay, let's talk about health. We've spent the last 6 weeks learning how we can extend our health span through exercise. Now, this week I want to talk about what we can do to enjoy that longer health span. You know, it's so easy to get caught up in always chasing the next thing, the next car, the next house, the next promotion, the next big goal, whatever it may be. And listen, don't get me wrong, growth is great. Ambition matters. But sometimes we get so focused on what's next that we forget to appreciate what's now. We forget to appreciate the things that we already have. There's a simple truth I keep coming back to. If you're always looking for more, you'll never feel like you have enough. Happiness doesn't come from adding things to your life. It comes from noticing and appreciating the things that you already have. Your health, your family, your friends, the small moments that don't make headlines, but they are what make life meaningful. So this week, instead of asking what's next, try asking yourself, what's here right now that I can be grateful for? You might be surprised how much lighter your life feels when you stop chasing and start appreciating what you already have. Now it's time for some good news. Today's story is about generosity in action. I haven't had a whole lot of good things to say about the billionaires in our country recently, but I read a little bit more about Mackenzie Scott. Now, you may not know her name, and I think that she may prefer it that way, but after her 2019 divorce from Jeff Bezos, she didn't just step back, she stepped up. She used her resources to make real change, and quickly. That divorce resulted in her acquiring around 4% stake in Amazon, which turned out to be about, $38 billion. That's with a B. But since that time, she has donated more than $19 billion to over 2,000 different nonprofit organizations, many working at the grassroots level and historically underfunded. But what makes her giving stand out is that many of her gifts are unrestricted. The recipients decide how to use the money. She focuses on equity, opportunity, and serving communities that often don't get the spotlight, from affordable housing and early childhood education to things like health access and racial equity. For example, one of her largest donations was $84.5 million to the Girl Scouts of the USA, the largest gift that organization has ever received. It's not about the big numbers. It's about a shift. What happens when someone with enormous wealth decides to give boldly and quickly? Many nonprofits report that her grants strengthened their ability to do what they do best: serve communities. How much better would our world be if the other billionaires followed her lead? We may never know, but we can do our best to follow her lead.